Maybe one day we can see the secretive whiskey mixing. Why just pour it in? Look at me, I'm the mage now. I'm the mage now. Hey Red, what's up Taz? We're just here playing our beloved arena. You know how it goes. Drafting Firelands portals and fire imps and vast wisdoms. You take the blue-haired babe. I never turn my back on a blue-haired babe. Take a Nightcloak Rectum. Take a Synthesizer. Card Skid. These are all very good. Let's take School Teacher. That can give us Infinitize. Oh, fucking kill me, dude. Cold Case is good. I'm gonna take the Costume Singer. I have a secret, don't I? No, but I'll probably get a few. Let's take a Fool. Sometimes you do want to draw cards. Sometimes you do want to draw cards if you can't generate 1,000 cards. I'm gonna take Party Animal. Just gonna take something cheap here. Garbage. This card's okay. Taz is here. We can gamble now. We can gamble now. We have Taz here. Take Stranger over another Soloist. I don't really like Soloist. Take Tar Creeper. This deck started out really good. The last 12 have been Gigapoo. Take one Reverberation. I think I'll run one Fire Sale. Card's good. I'm just gonna take this. More rolls at Infinitize. Can we get offered a secret or no? Like a Star Power. I like Restaurant Viper. The other stuff is garbage. Another Firelands. Another Cold Case. Eh. It's infinitely better than anything else we've seen for the first no. We've been on for 2 hours? That can't be right. That's not right, is it? I thought we've been on for 5.5. It's been 2 hours? Oh, kill me. Alright, we're doing 4 hours today, okay? Just a heads up. Four's the best I can do.
Jaina versus Jaina.
My sorcery will prevail. You asked for
Only 2 hours of hell for Redbeard. It hasn't been 2 hours of heaven, I'll tell you that much. I don't believe it's been 2 hours of heaven. Maybe, you know, maybe it all changes now. It's possible, right? Glad to hear that. I was expecting at least 2 retires before I could start the bet. Nice. No, we just haven't set up any bets in a month. Just refuse to set up bets because I can't even... 1 out of every 9 decks or whatever is playable right now. You don't mind me writing an essay in chat? I get like this sometimes when I feel chatty. Don't bother reading if you don't want it. That's okay. I'd rather read people's messages than have to focus on talking about how horrible Hearthstone is. I'd rather, you know, hear about people's days, learn about Adventure Time. Tam and Blitz love Adventure Times. That's cool. And I like them as much as a man can like 2 people in his Twitch chat. Maybe even more than that. Let's do that. That. And that. Yeah, I'd rather, you know. Hearthstone can be a very frustrating experience right now. Callie, girl. If you play Arena when the Old God set was introduced, I'm sure I played some then, yeah. I drafted 2 mages today and I had no spell coilers. No, the weapon, whatever the weapon's called, didn't get him. Sure, I'll win the 50-50. Darn it.
This may just be my best song yet.
The card's nice. Do I want another one of these? Counter spell could be good, but they can always break it so cheap. I'm just gonna take more Cold Cases. Did you hear that Messi scored a game-winning free kick during stoppage time in his Miami debut? I did not. Can you do a Cthulhu play sound impression for old time's sake? What does he say? Oh, Cthulhu. I am baboon. Yeah, I don't know what he says. But yeah, I could do it. Pretty close. All right, let me look him up. 'Cause I'm half-assing this clearly. Let's see what he actually sounds like.
Error. Hot bucket.
right into my trap.
That's what he sounds like. Oh god, he's still talking? Oh crap. Sorry, I thought he was done. I was getting ready. I was getting into character. Who the hell said that? They're scary sounding. I'm just bombing on this ding dong.
Why aren't you cheering?
Alright, here we go. That was the one.
My dreaming ends. Your nightmare begins.
How was that? Pretty good? Sound like an idiot. Sound like an idiot over here. I got an arena back in the day because ladder was full of Cthulhu decks, and I hated that, so arena was a haven for me. I wish Cthulhu was draftable. Always bothered me that it wasn't. Your first attempt was better.
A smidge of this,
Wow.
a pinch of that.
Fate Spinner was your best impression.
Shaping up nice.
I remember that. What is he doing? Oh! Wait, doesn't he take 8? Oh, I don't get it because he did the thing. Kind of annoying. One deck I play and constructed is Astral Communion Druid because then I have 10 mana from turn 5. I throw out a legendary one after another. Yeah, Astral Communion has a great animation. Time to win some parts. Everybody get some big bets going. We got Clutch Gatorade here. It's great to have everybody here. I'm having a ton of fun playing Arena now. Astral Communion walked, so fires. Good run. Disappointing. At that point, I made up my mind. I hated Hearthstone Constructed. It got me so frustrated. I never got to do what I wanted with my decks. Yeah.
Asked for
Eventually, if you play enough, you get to kind of do stupid combos and stuff. Remember Solemn? Solemn used to play like these horrific decks that were trying to do like a 1 in 1,000 weird outcome. And I'd go to his stream sometimes, and he'd be like, you know, I'm 0 and 974 Redbeard. I think this game is going to be the game for me. And then he would lose the next one. Like, all right, well, I'm not sitting here all day to watch it. I'll watch like a YouTube clip or something. How do you feel that Hearthstone changed Thad's voice to "It is too late, I must inhale farts"? I don't even know what Thad is. Is that a card? They released Old Gods too late. I think most constructed players have been abused by the aggro meta. By then, the many players stopped playing Hearthstone Constructed. Well, Hearthstone still does have a humongous player base. And did then for many, many years. For many, many years, no? I mean, anytime you have something as singularly popular as Hearthstone 10 years ago, it's not going to get more popular because most things never get that popular. You're sort of like, you know, you start at the top of the bell curve and work your way down from there. And like Hearthstone now, a diminished Hearthstone is still popular than most games that will ever be made, right? Like they'll have more players and more fandom than most games that'll ever come out.
It's boogie time.
Like when you successfully summon the darkness and you want to add hard removal. But back then people didn't have hard removal, 7 copies of hard removal in every hand and every deck, and were able to generate another 3 if they needed them. It's like 1 polymorph or like 1 hex was like premium, right? I have a custom Hearthstone mini set. I made a video slowly going through them. I need streamers and Hearthstone players to rate it so I can balance them more and continue from there. We'll throw it in our Discord. People probably would enjoy taking a look at it, I'm guessing. You know, that'd be my guess. We got a Discord you can post that in. The Timmy players got to do what they wanted with their awesome legendaries, so there's only room for the Spike and the Johnny players. I don't know what any of those words mean. Do you have a Discord tag? Yeah, I'm Redbeard. I think I might be Redbeard HS. If you check this, yeah, there you go. Yeah,
They need our care.
you can get in there. I think we can approve you. Timmy, Johnny, and Spike. Huh. How much mana do I have? Not enough to kill this currently. Do I want to ping? Let's just ping it. Play a 2-3. How big is this guy? 5-5. Yeah, we got a Hearthstone section if you want to post it in there. It'd be cool to look at. I remember somebody else here posted a whole mini set, or a whole full set they made It was fun to look at. It would actually be kind of cool to go back and look at it now and see like what else they put in there. I could go face, but I'm afraid of Hollow Hound. I'm not so afraid that I don't want to like throw that face because he might not have one. What's my Marvel Snap username? I played somebody with a name like Redbeard69 or something. Did Spider-Man point the other week? And I hoped it was you. That doesn't sound like me. I never did I haven't really been playing Spider-Man. I think I'm Redbeard HS on Marvel Snap.
The exit is this way.
An incredible discovery.
I need to wait 10 minutes. I made flavor text, references and all. Cool. Hopefully people check it out. I'll try to look at it off stream. It's time to marvel at this clip once again. Redbeard quadruple pyrovast lethal. That was a good one. Spider Pig's the best. I don't like Spider Pig. I don't think I even have Spider Pig, or maybe I do. Hey, positioning's actually kind of good for that card. It wasn't an HS. No Spider-Man was played. I just did the emote. Sorry. I play a disruption deck.
This isn't real metal.
I play Green Goblin, Iceman, Viper, and Hood.
The smell of mana in the morning.
It's 1 to deal 3, or I guess 2. Oh look, that time where now he doesn't have any What's up, Sylvan? How are you, man? Seems like a premium deck he's got over there. And what else do I play? I play Hood, Iceman. I run Nebula. I'm not really sure why, other than I like the sound Nebula makes when she triggers. Timmy is from South Park. There's a character named Timmy in South Park. Oh, this costs 3. I'm not gonna have anything on the board. It's worse if he played like a couple of 5/5s, but it's better if he plays a couple of like X3s. It's cheaper and it deals more damage than Blizzard, so that's kind of my thought.
Till death do us part.
Or the worse.
Am I dead on board? I guess I can get the taunts. But if I get the taunts, it doesn't really help me, huh? Because I have to fire sale 2?
What to do?
Alright.
What to do? You win this.
Magic has done some cool collaborations. Yeah, they've done some cool stuff. I heard you lost every game against Death Knight. Get better. Yeah, if people buy their decks, they will have a distinct advantage against those of us that do not, I suppose. Does seem to be the case. Learned that repeatedly every night for 3 straight months, I guess.
Fear
Or more.
the coming storm.
You asked for. Happy Midsummer Fire
Happy
Festival.
Midsummer Fire Festival.
There is little time.
Alright, what do we want? Like a 5/4 or something, maybe? That'd be cool. Okay, 2/3 is better than you couldn't get. I get a Doomsayer a lot, or a 1/1 or something, so 2/3 is pretty good. Let's get rid of this, even though I might want it.
Sorry, Squishy. I'm looking.
I'm gonna take the free trade as well. What's the best 2-mana cards you can get from that? There's a 5/4, there's a 2/6 taunt. In general, those are the 2 best. And then there is a 1/4 from Warrior. Anima Extractor is probably like in the next tier down, but sometimes is better than those other 2. And there's the, what's his name? Professor Putricide is also another 2-mana 1/4 that can kind of win the game, depending on the situation. I'll take Explosive Runes just because it's a 3-cost card. It's just a lot more value. Even if he knows what it is, it might not matter, right? 1 mana to deal 6 to anything or kill a 1-drop and deal 5 to his face or whatever is still pretty good. Aim extractor that's broken. What's Professor do? Every time a minion dies on either side of the board while he's on the board, you create a concoction, one of the rogue random 3-cost spells. And like if 2 die, it combines into 1 concoction. It's kind of insane. Opponent pulled after I conceded after I pulled Dirty Rat. Yeah, there's actually I guess 2 2/6 taunts for 2.
Pick me! Pick me!
Where you followed.
I want Perjury. Now do I want to cast Perjury here? No, I guess not. Because I want to have this for 6 next turn. Drafted that? It's a legendary, right? Yeah, he's a legendary for Rogue. I think I realized it happened on both sides of the board, yeah. I don't think I quite understood until he came out and played a game or two against him. I think I played against him first and was kind of confused why, like, I had 0% chance to win the game, and then I read the card and I was like, oh, okay. If there are 3 minions on each side of the board when he comes down, then you can't lose anymore. Yeah, seems pretty sick. Yeah, it's really strong. Professor Putricide in, like, old Hearthstone would definitely cost 3 or 4, and probably be a more interesting card. What's kind of cool about him is that he is as powerful as he is, and you can't just generate him from, like, there's a difference between Professor Putricide, which you never see, and Infinitize, which you see 6 times a run, per run, every run for 3 straight months. Like, being able to just generate a broken 2-mana legendary spell, as opposed to, like, having a really cool, unique, legendary effect that you almost never see, just means, like, to me, Professor Putricide is so much more interesting. Because even when you lose to it, it doesn't feel the same, right? It's like, oh, they discovered, or, you know, it's like, oh, they drafted it. They, you know, built an entire board around it. It doesn't always generate the value you want. Sometimes it gives you draw cards when you need to deal damage. Sometimes, you know, it gives you the you know, the alternative. Stuff like that is so much more interesting to me than I just discover whatever I want, whenever I want, for, you know, X amount straight turn every turn for the rest of the game. So, Infinitize, I think, is lazy design. Professor Putricide, I think, is an interesting card. Now, then you kind of get into that discussion of, like, Maze Guide generating that card feels kind of bad, but at least that's random, and it's still very rare when Maze Guide does it, so still say it's better than that. But Maze Guide should say, like, summon a random non-legendary 2-cost minion, or summon a 2/3 version of a random minion or something. I guess that would actually be better than Putricide. I don't know. There should be some caveat on, like, what it can discover. I think that'd be better. What are you trying to say, Red? Hearthstone doesn't have mechanic designed well for Arena? Even stuff like that I don't think is designed well for Constructed, where it really kind of, like, first off, these cards never even see any play in Constructed, Maze Guide or whatever. But, like, even for Constructed, like, why would you want, you know, whatever, we build the same exact deck, and we both run Maze Guide, and my Maze Guide rolls a 1/1, and your Maze Guide rolls a 5/4, and you win solely because of that? Like, that's not good design either.
Any questions? Did that just...
I guess getting another copy of this could actually be good. Whereas if I play this and this and get another copy of this, it kind of, you know, I'm not sure how great that is. It costs higher, and no one would play it. They did that with cards that had so much potential back in the day. When Mr. Brode was the team leader. Yeah, they were definitely more conscientious of, like, the implications of making cards like that. Whereas now, clearly, no, they're not. They're not conscientious of anything.
Get off of me! Where's my drink?
Maybe I should have traded.
Audio processing.
Now they just kind of print whatever and it shows. I miss Ben Brode so much. It's funny because you kind of equate all the good stuff to him, but I wonder how much he was directly involved with, like, design and preventing, you know, some of these grievances and stuff. I just feel like Snap has more consistent, meaningful adjustments going on now and far fewer, like, egregious things. But at the same time, it's probably a lot easier to do that when your game is new, as you make more and more cards, and as cards kind of by nature need to get stronger and stronger. It probably gets harder to prevent that from happening long term, but wonder. Then Brode invented Cavern Dreamer and a 4 mana 7/7. Well, Cavern Dreamer was originally a 2 mana 1/3, which, while still good, was not as good as a 1 mana 1/4 Cavern Dreamer that we got introduced to after he left.
Where's my drink?
He was a likable person to have as a front figure. I really liked him. Yeah, people, great personality, great energy, great aura, for sure. Yeah. I never met the guy. They never introduced or like invited me into any of the Marvel Snap creator content, anything. So Marvel Snap has always been slightly dead to me because of that. You hired the community manager who hated you. He also refused to let us into Snap Beta, so F Ben Brode. I don't know if he hired Chris. I doubt that.
Glory to the Sindori.
I doubt it, but I actually have no idea. Chris was a big turd, though. That's true. And not because he didn't support me when I was playing Hearthstone, you know, or as I was playing Hearthstone early. He was a turd because he manipulated a bunch of people and was very sexist, and he was, you know, he only did favors for people who he thought could do favors for him. Probably not what you want from somebody in a position of power, but unfortunately is what you oftentimes get. So, you know, there's that. Yeah, needless to say, I was never a fan of him.
Fire Festival.
I was never a fan of him. Ben Brode personally denied your Snap Creator Pack access? I don't think so, but maybe. Damn you, Brode. Damn you, Brode. The only turds I like are the ones that come out in my bum. You like those ones? I don't know. I don't know if you should like those. Hearthstone's card design improved dramatically after Ben Brode left. I think they've made some interesting cards. I think the you know, the overall experience and the balance of the game has diminished greatly, and you know what you want and such.
An incredible discovery.
You know, you kind of got to factor all that in. But I agree. I mean, I think it gets harder as it goes on. So making a 4 mana 4/5 Yeti and then making a 4 mana 4/5 Yeti with taunt or whatever, like, doesn't really take that much thought or effort. And then making something like Phelan, who's a really cool card that puts like big giant monsters on the bottom of your deck. Like, yeah, that's like a more interesting card and feels better designed. But like, I think it's a little more complicated than that to determine like how to make a good game. But you can make like fun and interesting cards and still kind of diminish the overall experience of the game for most players, which I think is where Hearthstone probably finds itself, making interesting cards that aren't balanced or aren't particularly like well designed.
Gotta keep 'em tuned.
Rune of the Archmage feels great when you're casting it, I guess, but you know, feels horrific to have cast against you. So I think Ben Brode always had kind of a mentality that it was smart to minimize like that feeling, when
Pick me, pick me.
when losing the game. Like, how losing the game feels is very important. A long time, I don't really remember much, but I recall Ben Brode strongly against balanced patches and strongly favor random cards because they're fun. Well, I'd say we have far more random cards now than we did before, as I cast a random card, another random card, and my hand is full of random cards. But the old Hearthstone random cards were cards like Mad Bomber or, you know, who knows. I have to keep this, even though I want to trade it or just tempo it out here, because I have to break this weapon, because I'm going to be very, very close to dying to just whatever is in his hand. Gotta circle back to adding 1,000,000 cards to your hand. Yeah. I mean, Hearthstone the first 2, 3, 4 years did not add 1,000,000 cards to your hand. That's more of the last 2 or 3 or 4 years, I would say. I1 Gaming, thank you for the follow. I1 Gaming. So I want to play this. I want to shoot there, kill one, hit one, trade one. If I play this, I'm actually not playing anything else. That feels bad. So if I shoot there, trade there, I'm gonna hit one. I'm still gonna leave one up and leave his weapon up. So I think we just kind of got a little unlucky here. So I think what we should actually do is put this here. Volcano, yeah, I think we have to just do this. Even though it's kind of a shitty turn, I think this is the best turn we can have. Feels bad though.
Hey buddy, I'm sorry I have been cheating on you with Marvel Snap.
Hey, I like Marvel Snap, no worries man, thank you for the 100 bits. Used to cost mana to discover, true. No hero power, but unfortunately no way for me to kill that. I'd have to get a reverberation, get a synthesize, and get a coroner. I guess I have a couple of things I could hit. Coroner. And no guarantee that this is good enough, but at least buys me a little time. Yeah, it used to cost mana to discover. Like you'd have to play like a 2-mana 1/1. Now, yeah, now you do just kind of get it for free. It's not hero powering, which is kind of helping me out here. 3, 6, 8, 13. My God.
Never forget you're my numero one Genshin steamer.
Hey, I'll never forget that. Thank you so much for the support. 8, 10. I have to kill this. Maybe I get a taunt. Maybe I get a rush. Maybe I get the same damn 3, 4 I get all the time. Totem. That totem can lick my scrotum. I'm gonna kill this thing. I'm scared of dying. He only has 3 power, and honestly, this thing ain't dying for a while. If I don't die this turn, I can maybe negate another turn's worth of like things.
My support gives the lady chills.
Thank you so much, Killer. This guy went 100, 100, 300. Oh my God. He's not hero powering and he's clearing my board. I don't know why he's doing that. I guess maybe he's afraid of pyro. He's just like, oh fuck. Wait, I got rushed? What the hell? Oh my God, and a taunt. Get out of here. Get out of here with that taunt bull crap. Alright, synthesize. Let's go synthesize. Maybe we get something good. Good enough to kill his guy. Take some armor to maybe make him worried, I guess. No paladin secrets, but it is a 4/4. It's all trash. I guess this one's more power.
I don't have enough mana.
And I want to keep putting stuff on the board that'll kind of make him feel like he has to trade or die. Thank you though, Killer. I appreciate all the support. I really do. Sucks my rocket. Good morning. I dropped the video of the mini set in the Discord. Okay, I'll check it out after the stream, hopefully. And you know, hopefully anybody here wants to check it out, they can. Wish you didn't contact that one. 3, 4. Puts us down to 10.
Never translate 15-19 to French unless you're the bro I know you are.
15 to 19? 15, 19? Do I have to translate this? Do I do this first? He's at full health. Man, he could have just wanted me just 15, 19. What is, I'm not, sorry, I don't speak French, so I don't get it. I guess I look for one spell that I can actually utilize this turn. Absolute Cod Swallow. I can't even kill this guy. What's in here? Oh my God, his 5/4 is in there.
Time runs out on me.
Sorry, Squishy.
Can's D's nuts joke. I thought it was Quince. Dixie enough. Paste into Google Translate. Kelsey's nerf. You know, I think I still needed the explanation, otherwise I don't think I would have got it. Kelsey's nerf. So I'm a boomer to the joke? Yeah, I mean, that's okay though. That's okay, these things happen. We all make mistakes. We all, you know, type stuff. Hey, Killer, God,
And
that's
he
going
didn't
on
even know
well.
he wasn't subbed.
Let me get the 1-mana freeze. Push 3, 5. I'm at 13. I mean, that's not so bad, right? Thank you. I didn't know. I wasn't subbed. Hey, no worries, man. No worries. Not everybody can be subbed or has to be subbed. Poet has to be subbed though. Five, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We actually don't have lethal. What a game, dude. It's like weird now that he realized, maybe now they're like, oh, I know what I have to do now. I've been doing the wrong thing the whole game. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I already got that guy. Like, oh, I've been doing the wrong thing the whole game. I'm not over here trying to talk schmack about this guy either. I'm just saying. Simply play this on your YouTube? Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think it's on the YouTube. What time of the day do they remove 1 month subs at the same time as you sub? That's a good question. I don't know. I think there's always a little bit of a wiggle room or gray area on the.
Jaina versus Scarlet.
The unholy fester. You asked for.
Okay, I keep that. I get rid of those. This isn't Stardew Valley. No one out here throwing away. No one out here throwing away good bread. I don't play that game enough to know, or at all, so I don't know what the heck that means. Why can't I do Keck Leo on
What do I take?
on Discord anymore? Who took Keck Leo off their Discord emotes? Was it Dread? Was it Judge?
The exit is this way.
Do Re Murgle. Smuggle.
I hate that draw secret guy. You never draft a secret anyways. I like this card. We just didn't get offered a single secret. I think if you draw 1 secret, it's a good card. And if you draw 2, it's kind of insane. I want to ping. I think I will ping. I'm gonna do this too. Killer, thank you for the gifted sub. Did you watch the Pokemon stream? Yeah, I bought 9 packs from that idiot, and they're all bad. I think he bought tampered packs. They're all shit. He owes me big time, man. He's in deep shit.
I'll start this show.
That was fun though, actually. I bought 1 pack and I got a VMAX. Get good, noob. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. At my stage of Pokemon collecting, I'm not looking for VMAXs. I'm glad you got something cool. I am. Do you want me to send you some packs? I've collected a bunch of random stuff. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. What do you have? I mean, my birthday's coming up. I need lots and lots of presents. Presents. Korean basketball cards. You know, those are probably kind of cool. Yeah. Why not use skins? We're on EU, so I don't have as much stuff on EU right now. NA's unfortunately basically unplayable right now. I think is the common consensus.
Who here can spell?
But on NA we have a lot of
Anybody?
That'll be this.
this card is just so powerful. Just gonna play this because maybe it will incentivize him to trade. So even though we're not gaining any armor, it might use like a weapon swing, or it might save us 4. That's kind of like gaining 4, right? Message me on Discord, I'll send them to you. Older packs, are these Pokemon or are these Korean Korean basketball players?
Dead man, shredding.
I'll tell you, I don't need the Korean basketball cards. I don't think that's what they are, though, to be fair. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! Nothing. It's a rare
May just be my
Kim
best song
Jong-un trading card. First edition. Kim Jong-un... Sister? Sister is what it... I just wonder if she has the same hairstyle. Wait, she looks more like a normal person. Kim Jong-un trading card is a real thing. You can buy $1,000 2020 World Leaders Flag Patch North Korean Kim Jong-un PSA 10 card. I won't be buying that, but now I'm gonna get a bunch of suggestions for that, so thanks.
In death, I've mastered the art of subtlety.
What is the arena tier list? Mage is 1,000,000 times better than everything. 1,000,000,000,000 times better than everything.
Pick me, pick me.
And then below that is probably warrior. And then below that is probably like shaman and death knight. And then basically everything else is unplayable, I think. For all intents and purposes, I think it's basically unplayable. Let's get this down so we can get another spell before we get nothing. Cognizon, thank you for the follow. I have one of them at a PSA 8. The most talked about card in my collection. Wait, you have a PSA 8 Kim Jong-un trading card?
Followed.
It's always plagiarize, right? It's always plagiarize here. It's perjury, okay. Had a great for fun at an event by professionals. That's cool. I don't even know how you get a Kim Jong-un trading card. I can't say I would necessarily really want one. I have a Dirk Nowitzki PSA 9. Don't do this to me. Did you see a ridiculous Trump digital trading card? I did not. The guy who got the 1/1 is the cousin of employee at Magic the Gathering in the upper ranks. A few days after release. Is that true? Don't tell me that. You cut out the ring out of the card and wore it or something like that. I doubt that. I also messaged you, Killer. If you, you don't have to give me anything. I would just look at whatever you have because it's kind of fun sometimes to see old stuff. Just for the record. I'm still afraid of plagiarize, so I don't want to give him this. I made it up, but it's the internet, so it's 100% fact, no bullshit. Yeah, I'd be very surprised, but also incredibly disappointed. I saw some more collector's packs get, they were up at Barnes & Noble, they had them. I guess I could play like a Hunter Secret. I guess I'm gonna get a Hunter Secret no matter what. Freezing Trap is not very good. Just want to spend all my mana, try to incentivize him to make some trades. I don't want to die. I feel like this guy's had 1, 2, 3. So too many 4/5s for 0 or 2 mana. I like this song too, this is good. Can I target anything? Maybe I can target his next play. I think I've done an excellent job on the Rogue Secrets. They've done an excellent job. Remember when they first introduced some and they were so few? They were so diverse that you couldn't always easily play around them. Yeah. What the hell? Start here. Can I get a fireball? 6, 12, 14. Yeah, I think the Rogue Secrets are pretty cool for the most part. I think the secrets in general, there's more cool and, you know, interesting secrets than there are like complete duds. And I kind of like when there are things like Mirror Entity and Explosive Runes in the meta at the same time, where it's like, do I play my smallest minion or do I play my biggest minion? And it feels particularly bad when you have like a 10/10 and it's objection versus you have a 1/1 and a 9 mana, you know, 9/9 and it's explosive and you can play around it. But I kind of like that. I think it adds a level of strategy and kind of RNG in an interesting way, a much more interesting way, where you sometimes you can make a decision to play around it. Sometimes you have to make the decision to play into them. Like, well, if it is objection, if it's not objection, I need to play my card so I don't lose the game, you know? And objection triggers, and it sometimes can be better for you to trigger an objection early rather than leave it up, not developing. I don't know. I think secrets in general, not that they're my favorite cards, but I don't have, you know, I feel like I'm just shitting on everything all the time. I think the secrets are pretty cool. I think, you know, there's a lot of cards that are pretty cool. Like, you know, Stereo Totem, I think it's kind of a cool card. It's a kind of an unassuming card in a lot of ways, where it just, you know, it doesn't have attack, doesn't have a lot of health, it has a powerful effect, but, you know, dies for free here, yeah. I think in Modern Hearthstone, this is kind of an interesting card. Modern Hearthstone Arena. Objection was a mistake, but I'm a wild player? Yeah, I mean, Objection is so powerful. Problem is with the secrets that you're kind of locked into like a certain mana cost. Like it has to be 3 if it's a mage secret, whereas Objection should probably realistically cost 4 or 5, but then it defeats the purpose, right? You shouldn't really be able to deny a Deathwing for 3 mana. Which is why I think a card like Explosive Runes was so interesting, because dealing 6 to a big minion and injuring it, but dealing no face damage and not killing it is kind of a cool medium. It's kind of like a happy medium for that type of effect. Objection is the same cost as Counterspell? Yeah. What's your point? You take Freezing. Honestly, maybe Freezing's worth it, because he loses 2/2. In Magic, 3 mana is worth more than 3 in Hearth most of the time? Yeah, most of the time. Secrets bring a cool aspect to the game. It feels super frustrating, but frustration is needed, otherwise the game would get stale. Yeah, I mean, frustration is, you know, it's a card game. You are always going to have some level of frustration for sure. I need a fire sale, and if I don't get it this turn, I'm boned. None of this helps. Okay.
I'll start this show.
If he silences it, that sucks, but I'm just kind of like, I gotta go, right? Thank you for the follow. Sketchy Stranger. Sketchy, so that could be counter, could be objection. It's kind of an interesting turn because he sort of needs to make some trades to prevent me from making better trades if he's gonna heal, or depending on where the buffs land, or he could just push it all. Interesting. This is sort of like the turn your brain off and don't think sort of play, but I don't think it's probably right for them, because it just makes it a lot easier for me to guarantee that I can clear this board. I can even clear this first. Yeah, sort of gets punished for his play. My Death Rattle goes off first, but I guess it doesn't matter, right? And then this is a good explosive. I don't want this to get injected. So it's kind of a no-brain play. Yeah, it was like there's a lot of possibilities and I'm not going to think about them. I've made plays like that. It's like there's a lot of possibilities, I'm not going to think about them, so here we go. It's crazy how like if we didn't get a fire sale or that 2-mana spell, we're basically dead. But now we're in a pretty good spot. What I'm going to do is take a Frozen Touch and try to get a secret here. Objection or Counterspell. The odds are better that Objection will be better on this turn. But having a Counterspell up against a Priest can be nice. Anyway, who cares? They're going to do a cooking stream or not? Probably not. They're not going to pay. Okay, I would have rather had Counterspell. I don't think they're going to pay anything extra, so I'm not going to do anything extra. But you have to. No, I don't. I want to see it make streamer soup. Water, Parmesan cheese, crushed red peppers. Spun in a counterclockwise motion, served lukewarm. Just like they used to serve in the streamer prisons in Guadalajara. You get HelloFresh, you do stream, we have fun when you screw up. What if I burn the whole... Okay, well, I'm glad I countered that. Especially if he had a thing. Don't really need this anymore. No Brewmaster. You forgot the toenails? I don't eat toenails. I'm not some kind of sick billy goat or something. I assume the HelloFresh is US only. I think it might be North America only. I think. I meant to say wow, but whoops works too. This poor guy. Too many cards.
Food stream would be amazing. Learn about what you grew up with cooking-wise.
Hey, thank you, Killer. Well, if Killer wants a cooking stream, then we'll do one. I said no when it was for Poet, but when it's for Killer, then what choice do I have? But instead to say, A resounding yes. You can make fresh pasta carbonara with pineapple tartare. I can make that easily. I could probably make that with just my feet. Just my hairy toes. Oh man. They send you free food, Red. You gotta hit them up. HelloFresh. I read the everything that the sponsorship entails, and it says that I can order it, but Stream Elements will not cover it. Usually they'll tell me when they'll cover things. Well, they'll always tell me when they'll cover things. And unfortunately, they explicitly said that they won't cover it, even though I wanted it, you know? Like, yeah, send me some free food. I'll eat free food. I'll cook it up on stream. Yeah, I'll take Deathborn even though... Actually, maybe I shouldn't take Deathborn. Yeah, I'll take Objection too. Because now he could take one from me and then cast it. Thank you, Killer. Cooking stream incentive, you know? Maybe one day. Maybe not necessarily with the HelloFresh partnership, but maybe somewhere else. Lethal? Yeah, we got Lethal next turn, right? So throw all these cards. Can we base something with alcohol? Perhaps our stomachs? Yeah, probably. You should have attacked your 2-2 with 2-3s. If the Death Rattle didn't kill the 2-3, you should have healed his 4-3. And buff could make it harder for you to clear. Yeah, I think healing that turn for him was better. HelloFresh is pretty great. Yeah, I haven't actually got to try any of it, but I'd be down. Fireland's Touch, Hell Attack was lethal, yeah. I don't think we have that much mana though. I think it's like 30 mana you use that one turn, but yeah, it's lethal this turn. But the turn before, I think you need more mana because that play that you did costs 11 or 12 mana. We had a discount on one spell, not all spells. Maybe one day we can see the secretive whiskey mixing. Why just pour it in? Hellfire was 2, yeah, but then everything else goes up by 1 mana because the discounts from Murkwater Scribe. So this goes back up to 7, and this goes back up to 3 or whatever that spell was. You don't keep the discount on every spell you cast. They won't let you try, and you have to advertise them. And you're hungry? I mean, it's not that they won't let us try. It's that some collaborations send you free stuff in advance or during, and some don't. Hey,
Thanks
Pappy!
for not playing Mage like Dreads. Oh wait.
Hey, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits, Pappy. Good lord. I hope you're doing well, and hello. Sorry I had to do what Dreads did. In my defense, I thought I was playing a priest. I tried to pick priest, and then like I picked 27 or like, you know, game 3 or 4, I realized I was playing mage when I had a bunch of wins and all my cards were powerful. It's only then that I realized, well, now I might as well finish it, right? My drinks are 1/4 a pour, 2 ice cubes, and a spritz of water. Mine are like, I actually pour a very relatively small amount of whiskey. And then lately I got these big silicone ice cube trays. It holds 6 cubes in each cube. I can only fit 2 cubes and it takes up like the whole cup, 2 big cubes. And then I just pour in like half of a small, 40% of a small cup of cola. It's a pretty good system, honestly. Excuse me. If you want Red to put it in its mouth, you have to pay. Those are the rules. You gotta pay extra to get it in my mouth. Really good food, easy to follow recipes, healthy, very little, no wasted food. True, that is all certain aspects of it. You force yourself to make at least 3 meals a week instead of ordering takeaway or making a little frozen pizza, which is healthy, but not always ideal if you're lazy. Yeah, well that's a thing, right? Being lazy is part of the problem. Like you can cook. It's like it's pretty easy to cook and eat healthier, eat cheaper. Things like HelloFresh help with that, I think. Because like if I go to the market right now and I buy like 5 things, I probably won't use them all before they start to turn, or I'll get tired of it. Whereas if somebody sends you like chicken and, you know, whatever, chicken and some vegetables and some rice, you're like, oh, okay, whatever. They send you some meat and some potatoes and some carrots, you're like, oh, okay, cool. It's kind of like a nice in-between of like going out and buying all the stuff, making the stuff, wasting, you know, 20% of the stuff. I'm lazy and I've got a Domino's near me with free delivery once every 2 weeks. Yeah, I've been trying to reduce my sodium intake, and I think it's been good. I looked up like the sodium in like a Domino's pizza, or if you go to get like one of those like Mod Pizza or Pizza Rev or any of those type of places, and man, I really am surprised. A, I'm not dead, and B, I haven't gone blind from Like they suggest you eat like 1,500 milligrams of salt or something, and like one pizza, which I would normally just eat the whole pizza, is like 5,000 milligrams of salt or something. And that's if I didn't eat like anything else for the day, which I'm sure I did. You know, it's dicey, that's all I'm saying.
An incredible soda squishy.
I gotta eat food that day or else the rats will. True. Are they circle ice cubes? No, they're cubes. Ice spheres? I did see a tray that makes spheres. I wanted to get that. I think I'm gonna try it. I couldn't believe you could really make an ice sphere. So like a casual human being. We're gonna do a cooking stream next Friday night. Jesty will make a flyer. We can make special conditions based off of donations, such as Redbeard. Yes, great idea. Go buy another camera and Wi-Fi thing. Yep, doing stream manager. Deformed poet at your service. That sounds actually like a great idea. We probably should do that. Peekaboo. Got him with Redbeard Peekaboo. If you have 2 functioning kidneys, you can process that kind of salt with no real harm. What about 9,000 milligrams of salt? I like how the doctor's talking to me to eat more salt. Alright. Pizza's back on the menu, boys. So is meat.
Sure hope they do.
I do love salt. Isn't there something about the body knowing what it wants? I don't think so. The body doesn't know what it wants, and you'll die if you live that kind of life.
I'll start this show.
Maybe I should just play that. Let's have a couple slices instead of an entire pizza. Yeah, it's fair. For Poet's stream idea, every time somebody donates, you have to hop on your bike and ride to the grocery store to pick up the ingredient. It's the world's shittiest subathon. Well, if anybody's gonna have the record for the world's shittiest subathon, it should probably be me. 369. Wonderful. Your body needs alcohol, cigarettes, and junk food. Well, Dr. Bongo Man has prescribed the new regimen. Alright, good news is we got 6 wins. We're a mage, so it's possible. Milligram. That's 900 grams. Almost 1 kilogram. Still would almost kill you, I think. Not advocating for binging salt. Saying that if you overload and have an otherwise healthy system, you will adjust the fluids in your body through your renal or your kidney system. Okay, I mean, I trust you. I think I'm starting to think you might know a little bit more about like health and the human body than I do. Maybe a little bit more.
You asked for it.
Maybe a lot more. But I've been getting less heartburn. I think I need to lose like 10 pounds. Eating an entire pizza probably doesn't help with that stratagem. Let's win the game on turn 1. Let's do it, baby. We didn't necessarily win, but that is like the best, one of the 4 best cards you can get. What is this song? Do we like it? I think getting a reverberation is pretty solid. It's good against warrior unless they're playing the untargetable rush taunt. Are you taller than Dreads? Yeah. Jokes aside, I am taller than Dreads. I'm like 5'10". I'm probably a little taller than 5'10", but definitely less than 5'11". Dreads is definitely not taller than 5'7", but probably closer to like 5'5" or 5'6". I'm shorter than Judge. Judge is probably like a real 6 foot, maybe 6'1". Dexter's probably like 6 feet tall, actually. Dexter, to me, before I met Dexter, definitely gave off like he was smaller energy. Definitely a vibe. Is your butthole wider than Dreads? I doubt it. All the time he spends jamming who knows what up there. Boy, that's gonna come back a lot for me.
Dead end.
Yeah, you might not have one.
Rerouting sound.
Got a lot of fire spells. Who else? I met Happa Bear. She's like 5 feet tall. Fire spell? Does Dreads being petite make him look more buff? Yes, it definitely helps. Yeah, that helps.
Where you followed?
Sorry, Squishy, I'm working.
Rerouting Rerouting sound.
Dexter's tall. He has 5'2" energy. Yeah. Well, he's taller than me. He's probably like 5'11" or 6 feet. He's a little taller than I am. Man needs to redo his setup, Dexter. I think he's already doing okay. I want to just try to kill him.
Audio processing. Rerouting sound.
To us.
It'll be this.
Devastating secret. Yeah, that's why we took it, in case he had a rush. I assumed the most common play there is the 6 mana 4/8 or the 5 mana 5/5 rush. So even though he had nothing on board, the freezing is very valuable there.
Rerouting sound. Rerouting sound.
Who else did I meet? I met Veritas. Veritas is probably like, I think it was closer to my height. He might be an inch or two taller than me. Veritas. Kolst. Kolst is about my height, I think. Plus or minus an inch maybe, but Kolst is very fit. Every time I see Kolst, he's like kind of like, he's a solid lad. Did you really win off the turn 1 Maze Runner? Yeah, that definitely helped. But no, I think he took turn 5 off. We countered his turn 6 with a freezing trap. We hard countered him. It's really hard to play that 5 mana spell they played. Oh, we stole his legendary, and we had a handful of fire spells, so that was cool. Like, even though we didn't get value off of it, we were going to get value off of it the entire game if the game continued. No wonder Dreads looks so buff. It's easy not to skip. It's easy to not skip leg day when you're that low to the ground. Yeah, true. Save. I've never met Save. Save doesn't like the convention scene, the con scene. He told me he doesn't ever he doesn't really like meeting people. He doesn't like going out in public. And I'm not like dissing Save. I remember one time somebody asked Save how tall he was, and he said he doesn't like to give off like personal information, but that he would say, what he would say was that he very rarely enters a room and isn't the tallest person in the room. So I think he's actually like 6'4" or something, would be my guess. 6'3", 6'4". As tall as Michael Cera, no clue. I've been thinking about introducing my 93-year-old grandma to video games, starting with the GameCube. Why started with the GameCube? Want to make her happy, since she wants to live so long. Yeah, she might enjoy that though. GameCube had some good games. You can tell he's tall. He has tall guy energy for sure, in the way that Dreads has short guy energy. And I'm like, just tall or short doesn't matter. I'm just saying, Dreads gives off the vibe that he's sort of short, and then he is. Save gives off the vibe that he's a lumbering, kind-hearted giant of a man. And I don't know, but he's implied that that is true. What is 6'4", like 190 centimeters or something? I don't know. How tall is Red? 178 centimeters or something like that? Something like that. I think I'm 175, I don't know. 178 centimeters is about how tall I am. And Save, I'm guessing, is like 193 centimeters. Dreads is like 165 centimeters. These are just, some of these I'm just guessing, you know? Won't you take part in the precious risk?
Audio processing.
An incredible
The healing totem is super annoying there. I'm 174 and I'm very short in my country. Our average is much higher. Almost always the shortest one in the group. We'll just move to somewhere else. You might be taller. What's up, Jerby? Jerby, you've not been here all day. What did I do? Trying to think of what I did in Genshin. I've been progressing greatly in Genshin. I was watching No Country for Old Men. You know, had you seen it before? One of my absolute favorite movies. It's really good. The last time I watched it, I didn't realize. I mean, I've seen it like probably 7 times maybe, The last time I watched it, it was so much funnier than I realized in like a weird like Coen Brothers dark comedy kind of way. Particularly Tommy Lee Jones and his like deputy. They always have some good lines. I can't wait to have a Genshin mansion complete with a dog salon and a squirrel sanctuary. Are you working on that? Did you working on it? Why does he keep getting this fucking healing? Why is he casting as whatever 0 mana 5/5? Why does none of it matter? Because I just top deck this card. Somebody say something about it not mattering. Want to hear a hot take on No Country? Sure. You know, if you hate it, I think I really like No Country, and I really like There Will Be Blood. But both of those movies, I think, make total sense to me why somebody wouldn't like them. They're very slow. They're very atmospheric, and you know, I don't know. They're not like entertaining in the way that like a traditional movie is. I need to win this 50-50 or I'm gonna scream. Nice. I love it. It's got a lot of Hitchcock Psycho in it, and probably Fargo too. Well, it's made by the same dudes that did Fargo. I've never seen any Hitchcock films. And the novel it's based off of is really, really good. So that's the hot take. that the movie that won Best Picture. You never seen Hitchcock? I am familiar. No, I haven't seen any like off the top of my head. Like, you know, you've seen a million things that are parodied by you know, a bunch of Hitchcock stuff is parodied by The Simpsons mostly, but I've never seen like an actual Hitchcock movie. It's a very interesting film, very dark. Yeah. Oppenheimer was sick. Everybody's kind of hyping up Oppenheimer. Maybe I'll check it out. I wanted to watch Memento recently. Like, I've got a desire to put on Memento. The book was supposed to be a screenplay, which explains a lot. Yeah, I didn't know that. I feel like they did a really good job of adapting. I always get this card. I really get this card. A percentage of the time that seems unreasonable. I read the novel, and it feels like it's almost like scene for scene. The adaptation is the movie is, but then the things they cut seem like they made total sense to cut from a movie. Little kind of convoluted, but like good in novel form. Good in the novel. The novel's great. A little bit about like the main character picking up like a young hitchhiker, and you know, it's kind of like goes a little off the rails for a bit. Robert Downey goes nuts. Have you read Blood Meridian? I have not. I kind of probably should read some more Cormac McCarthy stuff, but I haven't. I listened to the audiobook for No Country.
The exit is this way. Did that just move?
Can he evolve it this turn? I guess I don't really care. Blood Meridian is the McCarthy high watermark. It's got the most evil villain in literature, really. Probably check it out. I waste so much time like doing nothing. Should invest that time probably more productively and like good literature, good film. Okay, 8 wins. I think we got 8 wins total in the first 2 hours of our stream. And then we got 8 wins in the Mage deck. So that's cool. Let us try to get another one. It was nice to have money not end on the movie end on a typical happy note. Yeah. I think it's kind of got like a unique way that it tells the story, right? It is artsy, it is a little fartsy, but it would maybe finally improve your movie taste. You don't like No Country? Can you make yours? Can you make it to 9.4? I'm gonna try to make it to 9.4. What I need to do right now is just get up and stretch my legs, but I'm gonna queue up. I would have misplayed this. 100% mute Okani. It's just instinct to counter, even if it's wrong. Yeah, I don't think I cared about him because I could test for the minion, and the secrets, or sorry, the spells in my hand I wasn't gonna cast anyway. So it either counters a 1/1 or it counters nothing. And then if I silence the taunt like we did, we get to push damage. You rarely have good takes on movies. Well, I like The Talented Mr. Ripley. I like No Country for Old Men. I like There Will Be Blood. I like The Prestige. I like I don't know. I like Groundhog's Day. You don't like Boogie Nights? I didn't not like Boogie Nights. I just didn't think Boogie Nights lived up to the hype of what I was expecting from Boogie Nights. I'll admit I do probably need to rewatch it again. I think I need to rewatch The Talented Mr. Ripley. You only kind of like Groundhog's Day. Yeah, that's true. Like Beetlejuice? I do like Beetlejuice, but I think it's kind of a flawed movie. I think Beetlejuice is like, it'd be like a great episode of The Twilight Zone. And I like some of what Burton does, but the movie kind of goes on too long. It's kind of, some of it doesn't make sense. But I like Beetlejuice. I don't think that somebody like born 20 years ago that watched Beetlejuice for the first time today would probably like Beetlejuice. I think I think Edward Scissorhands does a lot of what Beetlejuice does, but better. I think Edward Scissorhands is a much better movie than Beetlejuice. All right, I'm queuing up.
Jaina versus Jaina.
My sorcery will prevail. You asked for.
Typically, oh my god, my pants are all wet from sweating. Yuck. But yeah, I like Beetlejuice. I like Edward Scissorhands. I think I love Edward Scissorhands, and I like Beetlejuice. But like, I can go 5 years, I can go 10 years without watching Beetlejuice. I'd like to watch Edward Scissorhands like every 5 years, maybe. Every like 3 years, maybe. Talladega Nights. I think I saw parts of Talladega Nights once. Will Ferrell, like, I don't know. There's kind of like there's a limit to how much Will Ferrell, like, he plays the same character, does the same thing in every movie. And one, he's a race car driver, and one, he's like an ice skater, and one, I think he was a basketball player. He's playing the same guy. And I'm sure there's funny parts in all of them, but that's another one that I probably just don't really need to, once you've seen, like, one of them, you've kind of seen them all. I do like Step Brothers. I think Step Brothers kind of stands out of all of those that I remember as being better. It's probably got a lot to do with having John C. Reilly in it. John C. Reilly is incredible. From sweating, it's hot lately, I promise. If you don't like Step Brothers, you were dead to me. Yeah, I like Step Brothers. I have to rewatch it, because again, I probably haven't seen it since around when it came out, but I remember enjoying it. I've seen a lot of clips and heard a lot of quotes, and I'm always like, oh yeah, that's funny. Boats and Hoes, yeah, Boats and Hoes, the white dog turd. the whole drum scene. The Chewbacca mask at the end was it's still funny. I'm more into Step Sisters. Oh, come on. This could turn into an infinitized endless mirror game. That'd be fine as long as I win and we can prolong the game by like another the run by another like hour. That's great, because the next thing is we're gonna finish this run and we're gonna have a non-mage, and it's gonna be miserable again. I don't know if it's just me. I feel like I can only have fun playing mage right now. Even when I high roll the other classes, which almost never happens, they feel unplayable. Edward Scissorhands came out after Beetlejuice. It's like he learned from Beetlejuice and applied the thought and learnings to Edward Scissorhands. Yeah, actually, the last time I watched Beetlejuice, which I watched them both within the last year, that was my thought. I was like, I looked up which one came out first. Because I was like, oh, I wonder. And then, yeah, that's exactly how it felt. It felt like he had like perfected, improved upon the first. And I did the same with some Miyazaki films. I watched Princess Mononoke for the first time, and I rewatched Spirited Away, and I was like, man, they have a lot of like similarities or whatever. And then yeah, Mononoke came out first, and then Spirited Away feels like just an improved version in a lot of ways to me, but I like them both too. I did. You may beat my juice. What does that even mean? If he wasn't short, you'd find something else to look down on himself. Height isn't his problem. Who? Oh, sorry, you guys are still talking to each other? Please don't say that. Brassica Valley of the Wind is the best. I've never seen that. Is that Brassica? Nassica? Nassica? I saw it. It might actually be in the theater here. They were showing a lot of Miyazaki films in the theater, but throughout the summer. Nausicaa, right? I haven't seen that. And I looked that up. I saw that that's one of his older films. Like, it's hard to tell, like, you just see like a poster, like whether it's a new release or like a really old release. I'm not like super up to date with all that Miyazaki stuff.
The exit is this way.
It's a mage match, so I've got too many cards in my hand all the time. Yeah, I have no opinion on Nausicaa because I haven't seen that one. That director was amazing before Disney got a hold of him. They're all on HBO. Are they? Looked up some. I was trying to like kind of comb through some Wes Anderson and some Miyazaki semi recently, but I only found a couple of each on like each streaming platform. Probably just drop a secret here if we can get anything of any value. I guess I just take a perjury because the other things kind of suck. Freezing. Summon a spider with stealth. I'll take La Puta. La Puta? Castle in the Sky. I don't know that one. Luis Suarez is playing Hearthstone? Yeah, I like that guy. Wandering, maybe? Like, save me some health at some point. Could also drop this and silence that, but I mean, who really cares? After Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind was Castle in the Sky. I've not seen Castle in the Sky. Is that different than Howl's Moving Castle? I haven't seen that either. And I haven't seen Nausicaa, which I didn't even know existed until a few months ago. Because I was looking at stuff they were showing in the theater around here. And I saw that was there. And I also haven't seen Totoro. Sorry, guys. Just call me a puta? No, I didn't call you that. No, I didn't.
Please don't burst my bubble.
They're up to us.
Obviously, he has the Frozen Touch. So, like, I kind of need to be discovering, but I also need to be developing. I kind of need to be doing both. I need, like, I don't know, an Ice Barrier, an endless string of counter spells. At least if we put a little pressure on him here, he might feel like he can't just sit around, you know, just taking this damage. We might be able to bait him. We might be able to motivate him into quote-unquote wasting these somewhat.
Did that just move?
I don't think I'm inherently necessarily the like aggro man here, especially if he like Blizzards or Deathborns this here, then we'd much rather have this. If he was at 12, then yeah, I'd take Pyro. Once a Bigfoot hunter, now a Hearthstone wizard, Redbeard peddles through Oregon's mysteries while munching on trail mix. The secret to his late night streaming energy. Who needs Bigfoot when you've got legendary cards to discover? Yes. Yes, what you said was not complete gibberish. Oh wait, sorry, yes it was. I just need help here.
Turn from whence you
The game doesn't want to give it to me. Okay, that's not good.
Get off of me!
I think I'm just dying. If he didn't have a Frozen Touch, I'd feel more confident. Can do this. Might have to just rip this and try to find like a counterspell or a rewind. Do like SpongeBob songs. I don't know what that means exactly. I remember a couple. He plays on technology versus nature. The earlier movies really show that. Watch them, then let's talk about what you think about it. Okay. I mean, I liked Mononoke. That for sure was a theme there, right? And I liked Princess Mononoke. Again, I'm not trying to imply I didn't like that. I just love Spirited Away. I think Spirited Away is a masterpiece. Absolute masterpiece. In terms of SpongeBob songs, I mean, there's good songs in SpongeBob. I don't know if I remember them. Your face is a masterpiece. You think so? That's a nice thing to say, sort of. I really don't want to take any damage. Ocean Man. I like Ocean Man, unironically. Is that supposed to be a bad song or something? I freaking love that song. If I get the armor, then he might be less motivated to just keep throwing the Frozen Touch into my face, which might just win the game for him. We don't do bad songs. Ween is goated. It's a great song. Off to the hospital. Hopefully you will still be on when I return. We'll see. How many viewers do we have right now? Oh my god, why do we have 800 viewers? Make sure you guys remember to hit the follow button if you're real. We got way too nerdy following earlier. That was cool. It's pretty sick. What did he do? Oh, he drew. How many cards did he get here? 3. This might come down to fatigue. I don't think it will with the Frozen Touch, but it might. I'm at 14. Man, if I could just find like a good card. Look for like another cold case type card maybe. Get like a counter spell down. Go down to 7. I'm gonna burn a card, but that's okay. I don't care. Being able to pick honestly, I think I'd rather just take Fire Sale. Deathborn doesn't seem like it's gonna do anything. Just don't want to burn cold case. It's a great card to burn. The literal most useless piece of trash in my deck. So I'm a little short, correct?
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
I wish.
Pick me! Pick me!
I wish it was Frozen Touch. Maybe I should have just pinged. Ariel Pink. This is hers. This is not Ariel Pink. But I'll get you 1. Could be explosive and I don't want to trigger it. Could be counter spell. Could be ice barrier. I needed the minion to play that. Is there any punish for this? Some people don't want to watch farts burn. True.
Give Forsaken Scar Metal a chance, man.
Give the Forsaken Scar Metal a chance, man. I needed that to be vengeful or ice barrier, I guess. That's the only way we could have had lethal with this combo last turn. Now if I had pinged 2 turns ago, then we would have been able to just kill him. Which is why I probably should have done that 2 turns ago. But, you know, we developed a big board. He might not have been able to kill that. If he had healed or taunted and countered, you know. Maybe like a chance or whatever.
The Queen's power is beyond your comprehension.
Maybe the best film in the Ghibli catalog? I'm not sure, as I can't make more than 5 minutes without breaking down. It's Grave of the Fireflies. I've never seen that one.
Time runs out on me.
Hard fought win. But I do think it came down to one player having Infinitize and the other player not having Infinitize. Okay. Pause this, play this, click this. When you watch this earlier stuff, remember it was the 80s and compare Spirited Away. Like you just compared Beetlejuice to Edward Scissorhands, and I'm curious about your thoughts. Someday, I'll have to check the theater and see if they're still showing that stuff, because I'd like to go and watch it in the theater. Mascaras, thank you for the follow. But yeah, I'll look at it like a, you know, through a subjective lens of his other work. I like to think about stuff in that context with people who make, you know, good stuff, great works, cherished works. I love Interpol. Yeah, Interpol's coming up. I love Interpol too. I saw Interpol live once. They were fine. I've mentioned this before. I saw them at a big, really big outdoor venue. The LA State Historic Park, I think I saw them at, converted into like a music venue or something. And they really, I don't know. I feel like they would be better at the, you know, at the Palladium or the Terragram Ballroom. I know they're a very big band, and the Terragram Ballroom's probably too small to like really like do them justice, but I mean like an smaller indoor venue would probably be better for them. Seem better in a smaller venue? Yeah, everybody's kind of better in a smaller venue to a certain extent, but they kind of, I don't know, they just weren't, they didn't, it didn't translate well to a super big outdoor venue to me. I'm not, you know, of course, the be all and end all, like, knowledge of audio acoustics and whatnot, and I was blitzed pretty far out of my gourd. I remember Jesse and I ate some legal edible chocolate or some, my friend Jesse and I remember, yeah, we were zonked. So, you know, that might be a contributing factor to my recollection. I will say, I remember at the time thinking of Battles, who opened for them, and there was another band playing before Battles. I thought Battles killed it, but I like Battles, so. It's so bad. I hate that they don't get the healing value off of that. This card is so much worse in that context. Wanted to play that, but I missed the the roll. Hope you're doing well. What's up, Back in Black Dog? This is in the baby making playlist, but man, this song is so good. It's Kenny. Yeah, I remember Kenny. Wait, Kenny? Wait, which Kenny? Kenny from work way back in the day? Don't tell me you're that Kenny. Did you never tell me that? Did you tell me that? I forgot. Bohemius, what's up, Pope? This song's putting me in a certain mood. Yeah, this is baby making mood.
This may just be my
Be careful when you put this tune on. Yeah, and then like while I listen to it and I'm making love, sometimes I just sing it a little. I mean, I probably would. This song puts me in the mood to turn the computer off and buy candles. Yeah, okay. Candles are nice. Man, if he didn't roll that frickin' taunt.
Rerouting sound.
What cards do I have? Too many?
Nice to meet you.
Kenbot. Oh, you're Kenbot 3000? Really? How come you just told me that now? That's crazy. Really? What have you been up to? I know you've been back in Black Dog, you know, fairly recently, semi-regularly. Kenbot 3000 was like when our first month or two streaming? Three months maybe? I'm getting better. Still gotta be absent until Tuesday because I'm coughing though, that's right. You had that terrible sickness. You had, I believe it was a sickness of the butt? An infected butt syndrome? No, I'm just kidding. I don't think that's what it was. I play the 3, I can play a 2, but I don't really want to. I'm just not gonna ping it. Oh, you had like a bad, we'll get that stuff checked. A close family friend of ours, you know, not that we had a lot of family friends growing up, but one of my mom's coworkers that she, you know, we grew up with, he actually recently passed away. He got pneumonia, and he didn't go to the doctor till it was like very serious. And then once he got there, there unfortunately wasn't anything they could do for him, or you know, they tried, I guess, but he ended up passing. So make sure you're getting the treatment. Inflammation of the lungs, yeah. Make sure, you know, it sounds like, you know, you're doing the best you can to stay healthy, but you know, good luck, because pretty serious shit.
This may just be my best song yet.
Play the copy, not the OG. Yeah, you gotta play the copy, not, remember, not the OG. Make sure to play the copy. We're supposed to go back to Interpol, which is a banger. Wow, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 total bangers coming up. Wow. All right, including this one. That's my favorite part, when that part happens. I'm drinking and watching fart porn. I mean, that's fine. The doctor came in earlier today, Dr. Sauceman, and said it was totally fine if we just eat a bunch of salt and watch a ton of fart porn. He said it's probably good for our mental health. So, just do that. He said just, you know, keep watching, keep farting. Farting, he said. It's a lot more fun when you're the one doing the mage, yeah. I've talked about it. It's not even fun. It's like this is the most fun you can have in Arena. And it's not as fun as just there being like a healthy kind of balanced meta. I would much rather have that. But I've got 9 more days to play Arena. Maybe take a day or 2 off. Got nine more days to play Arena. Kind of hope, you know, we get a large percentage of mages, I guess. Sounds like I'm on the right track. He said you'll have infinite life if you just consume the adequate amount of, you know, art videos. What would a more balanced Arena meta look like? One where more than one class was viable. One without purchased accounts cheating. But one with, like, fewer classes that have 30% win rates. More balanced, you know, just throwing that out there. More balanced. One where certain classes don't always get an infinite amount of reduced spells, and other classes always have a finite amount of shitty resources. Would be a plus. I'm having a blast with Warlock. I'm 10-1. 2 demonic dynamics carrying. That card is very good. Now imagine your deck without the demonic dynamics. And that's every Warlock draft I've done for 3 months. And then determine for me how much fun you think you'd be having without them. My guess would be less. Just take Jellyfish. It's like being able to eject whatever we want after it already comes out. Top deck, yeah, this guy's top decking, but I don't care. It's just RNG, right? Like, he's gonna get lucky sometimes. I'm gonna do my best, even though we're getting really bad draws and we have a very bad deck. I'm gonna try my best. Yeah, it's okay if we don't get lucky or whatever. And he does consistently just get a bunch of really lucky. It's fine. Yeah, with Chinese names, non-golden hero, and a ridiculous deck. I'm sick of this crap. I'm getting sick just thinking about it.
Till death do us part.
Really wish Paladin had secrets. Ambush, freezing. Let's take ambush. Guess I'll keep the snake in case he has the 6 mana weapon. Everybody complains, but seems like no one knows how to complain. Teach us, poet. Well, we do all complain, yeah. Life, it's kind of about complaining sometimes, right?
I do.
Have you considered that none of it matters? I have. As poet? Absolutely not. I have fun playing Demon Hunter. I think Demon Hunter's cool. The problem is Demon Hunter plays out kind of the exact same every time. You get a ton of class cards, which is awesome, and then you just hope you have a couple of Inquisitors and Annihilators, and then you kill people. Whereas I wish you got Relics more often. I would be happier if I got Relics more often. I'll take a Bolt. I could take a Synthesize too, I don't know. Let's take another one of these. Like, this is so stupid. This is why Arena sucks. Because the vast majority of the time, you're not the one doing this. And when you are, it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. He's playing 10 mana 8/8s, and I'm doing better than him, you know?
Pick me! Pick me!
So you know what happened to some people is a basic sense of honor. Purchase decks, etc. without, you know, wanting to put the boot into the whole nation. Check out the shenanigans in Orc. Well, I think that there are people from all over the world that do annoying stuff like that. Need a secret. Yeah, I'll take a light show. Maybe I'll get more light shows.
Pick me! Pick me!
It's possible I get a light show here now. Now light show's kind of a good discover, or even rewind. Miley was great with Metallica. Miley did great with Metallica. I like when Elton said, "Nothing Else Matters" was one of the best songs ever written. James teared up. Wow. Maybe he just had something in his eye. This deck is 12. Our opponent's deck is going 12. We're unfortunately kind of stuck at 9. Almost certainly going 10, but we'll see from there where we kind of end up.
We have plotted long enough.
We're gonna try to get another win or two. Patterns of behavior. You get very little of that action from the old scandos. What's a scando? I don't know what that is.
Kalimdora Palooza was better.
Scandinavian. This guy's not having fun. I mean, this is again, people are like, why are you retiring so many decks? Or like, why are you conceding on turn 5 or 6? Because this, like, I already know how the games play out. Where it's like, your mage, once they have the infinitize thing going, it's just over, right? And then you draft a deck that can't ever, no matter what, compete with this. No matter what you do, playing a million times, like, it's just not fun. But I kind of just try to, you know, casually opt out.
My powers are never truly gone.
I rewatched Baby Driver last night, and it holds up. I've never seen Baby Driver. It's a weird name for a movie.
Were you followed?
I mean, maybe it's a fan of the stream, and they're just like, well, I want Redbeard to keep playing this deck so he doesn't have to draft a new shitter. Maybe. Has a great soundtrack. I like this song.
Jaina versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
You asked for it.
Whoever directed this music video seems to have a very clear and concise type they were looking for. Buxomy. Is that a word? 10-win Warlock. That's not good. Jamie Foxx is delightful and his interviews are gold. Yeah, they are. It was that guy's last game of the night, maybe. Yeah, you gotta go to bed. Oops, sorry. I realized just now that I was pausing the song, not just the music video. 15k on 12. I'm gonna try my best, man. I'm glad we made it to 10. That's a demon. That's a Naga. Get an elemental and get a buff. Play this and play the 1. Guess we could play this and see what we get. We also just grab the 1 from him. People love this card. I don't know why. People always pick it. Oh, it's kind of good. Right, maybe we play that. Maybe we play this. We'll see. Hate or love Jamie Foxx? I don't like him in Baby Driver. Who's amazing as Ray Charles. God, this is good too. Let's kill one. Get some value off of this. Quite a good 1-drop when it doesn't immediately die to a ping.
Let's see, what do I take?
3 and a 1. 2 and a 3. Let's play a 2. So we can fully clear him, huh? What if I just start like chopping him in the face now that I've got a little bit of burn? Got some other crap going here. You could have one of them 5 mana 4/6s. What other than balance makes this deck so successful? It's a mage, that's it. Most of the time, what matters the most is whether or not you can do this. Just... That's it. No, come on, that's it. Just mage. That's why the meta is as rough as it is. It's just whether or not you're a mage or not is the biggest indicator to whether or not you'll have success, I think. 6. Can coin that out. I think what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna get a Queen Ajara. Never lucky. Wow, this is actually close. This is like gonna be 0. This card's incredible, and I guess I can get an infinitize, so we take that. When it takes 6? I don't love that. I wanted something more descriptive. Me too. I think the meta and the game would be better if there was more to it than just drafting Mage and getting to discover 100 cards a game or whatever. But yeah, it's good because you get much more value than your opponent, basically. Repeatedly, endlessly.
Beyond your comprehension.
Guess I'm gonna take Vast Wisdom because I already have one of these. And I guess it's probably better to look for it. I can see if I can get stuff. Unfortunately, this costs 3. CF3 Cold Case. Is a card really strong? Doesn't look that impressive, but its effect is good in the current meta. It is very strong. It's a 4-mana 4/4 worth of stats.
All's well that sun wells.
That gains you 4 and then deals like kind of AoE damage on top of that, and sometimes in an aggressive shell can work too. So like that is combined, like that makes an incredibly powerful card. Well, we low rolled this with the worst possible outcome. He healed for 6 where he would have been dead. What else happened? Kind of whiffed on the thing. Yeah, Cold Case is a good card. Reverberation is an incredible card. But you're mostly winning because you have, you know, 1 Ghost Rider, 1 Vast Wisdom, ways to copy them. Synthesize is insane. Synthesize in your opener just means you never miss your curve. And you also find late game value if you draw it on turn 15. You get Amalgams, you get the 2-mana 1/3 that discovers, you get the 3-mana 4/3 that can give you a Neptulon. I think Synthesize is like a top 5 Mage card, probably. Four mana 4/4 Battlecry, gain 4, Death Rattle, deal 2 to 2 random enemy minions. Doesn't seem like an overly broken card with the current power level. Harshness cards does it. I think it does. Additionally, it just stops you from ever getting aggroed down, and then you're able to kind of recuperate all of that value. You're able to kind of like, you never get aggroed down when you can go Cold Case into Cold Case or whatever. And then you just create an infinite amount of reduced spells. Think of it as a 4-mana 8/8. Yeah, maybe like a 4-mana 8/8. 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like cards like this, 3-mana 3/3 doesn't seem that good, except it gives you an infinite amount of ways to impact the board. Not infinite, but like, I mean, some cards are literally like infinite, like infinitize the max, which means you get to discover a spell and reduces cost for the rest of the game if you want, every turn for the rest of the game. But you just combine all of these things. So a card like Fiddlefire Imp gives you so many answers, right? Sometimes it's a Hellfire, sometimes it's a Fire Sail, sometimes it's a Volcanomancy, sometimes it's a Pyroblast or a Fireball. But what Cold Case does is make sure that you never lose the game because you played a 3-mana 3/3. Whether that be on turn 3 or whether that be on turn 10, trying to get the 2 cards for turn 11. And be like a worse version of Hollowhound and a better version of like the 4-mana, like 1/3 for 3 taunts type cards. It would be kind of like that. I already tested to see if I had disconnected. Cold Case is deceptively strong. Is that the right way to say it? Doesn't look that strong on paper, but it's proven to be super efficient. Yeah, I guess. It's been around for a long time, so I don't really know what like the new or inexperienced player's perspective of it is. I guess if you're saying it doesn't seem strong, it is the sort of card that I think again gets better the better the class that it's in is, and has gotten better. You know, the longer it's been out, the more people have played with it. Again, I think there's sort of like a subtext on it that says basically it's a 4-mana summon 2/2, like you can't die to aggro, basically. You will be able to utilize all your card generation and discover effects throughout the duration of this game. And if it just said those words, I think people would kind of have a better understanding of like why it's so good. Like what does it mean that I can't die to aggro? Oh, well, you can't die to somebody aggroing you. Having a good curve, and you don't have a good curve or whatever. It's like, what do you mean I can't die? Well, you can't. When you cast this card, you will make it to turn 10. Oh, okay. What if I have 3 of them? Well, then you'll never die ever. Oh, okay. We call it wet boob. Humid titty. Humid? Oh. Yeah.
Welcome to Doc Hoop in the Mouth.
Como frickin' Lebo. Thank you for the 33 months, Como Lebo. Thank you very much, Como. Hope you're doing well. Okay, that's not the one I wanted to hit. However,
Audio processing.
What I do want is to copy this. Redbeard, you might have won against me last game, but that didn't stop me from getting 12 with a Warlock. That was you? Pavel. Hey, congrats, man. I've been out of Hearthstone for 6 years. Yeah, it's a long time. Things change, you know? Things change. Things get stupid.
Rerouting sound.
Well, I was kind of down to ping this if I hit it with any of the skeletons, but nah. Wasn't Oasis Snapper a 2-7? It sucked, but it was printed. Yes, Oasis Snapper was a 2-7 that sucked. And it was printed. Sorry, I got a fart. Thinking about Oasis Snapper caused me to fart. Okay. Good news. It's prime Kodo food. Yeah, it's true.
Did that just move?
This may just be my best song yet.
Fire Sale's so nice. But I guess I have 2 star powers, so I don't need it. Let's take Synthesize. I think that's probably... Whoa, god, I get 2 cards? Oh my god, I want Deathborn, and I want Jellyfish. With 2 star powers, I don't want the Fire Sale as much. I want cards that can push some damage, or at least develop parts of the board, right? 2 deer walk out of a bar, and 1 turns to the other end and says, I can't believe I just blew $50. Yuck, yuck. But yeah, I understand. I kind of want Fire Sale back. Can I have that back? Where did he get this from? Sunken Sweeper. So I run that in there. I get 3 things, but I leave him with all of that. What's up, nerds? What's up, Chibatron? I love this guy. Hope Life is good. Decent deck, but I didn't think it would go 12. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Darkon, great. Double Cultist, double Dynamics, double Party Animal. Let's see, we've got a Mischievous Imp. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a good Warlock deck that I would expect to go like 5 or 6 more than probably beyond that, right? I don't know, it starts to open up some of the outs for things we can just randomly generate to kill him. He's forcing the trades, and then Deathborn gets better. How's the Genshin going?
Well, that sun wells.
Well, that's not great for me. Where does he go?
Mind if I roll need?
Because if he has zone, it's a problem. Well, then he takes what? 12? He's at 15, maybe. Deathborn? Yeah, that's why we took the Deathborn in case. You know, he had a heal and some removal, and some of this, and some of that. Just have a little bit of insurance against, getting out of the house and doing more stuff with friends. IRL magic with friends, what a life. Alright, the good news is we got 12. The bad news is, I guess there is no bad news. Will you be my husband? I don't think so. I'll pass, but thank you. Yeah, 12 is great. Mage is dumb, and, you know, we're less than a week, a little more than a week away from a new meta with hopefully some new experiences. Because I think this meta's been solved. Como Lebo with the 12 gifted subs. Man, you gotta love that.